I did say we'd be back for the Juventus match in the Europa League today, and we are. But in the meantime, we've been doing a little bit of fiddling with our tactics. In other words, I'm trying something new. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend, Club 2, episode 22 with Dundee United. My name is Craig and co-op. On today's episode we do have the home match in Europe against Juventus, and then hopefully a away tie against Ross County in the league. We'll see how the Juventus match goes first and how long it's going to take, because there is a tactical element to this match that I want to keep an eye on just to see how well our new tactic is actually performing. We will come to that in just a moment, but since you were last with me, it's been mixed fortunes since that Stade de Reims match in the last Europa League match we saw. We went 4 games without a victory. That includes that Reims game that we drew. Before I had a team meeting and just said to the lads, listen, we've not been good enough at all. So ever since then, that was after the Aberdeen match. Since then, we went on a bit of a winning streak, which is excellent. Got our first win in the Europa League, which means we currently sit in 15th after beating Sparta Prague 2-0 away from home. Very impressive. And then 2 consecutive wins in the Scottish Premiership against Livingston and St Johnstone. And it was that St Johnstone match that we actually changed up the tactic and started playing a tiki-taka formation, and we scored as many goals in that one match as we did in our previous 2. So in the Premiership, it currently looks like this: 3 points off the top of the league. The top 4 currently trying to get away from the entirety of the rest of the league, which is good. If we can separate ourselves from everyone else, happy days. Top 4, we can just slug it out with each other. Although saying that, Celtic are still slapping teams left, right and centre. They've smashed Hearts, they smashed Motherwell, us, St Johnstone and poor Ross County. They even smashed Hibernian 4-0. But the big news for us, of course, is not only are we playing Juventus at home, we're going to see how well this tiki-taka actually does. So, I mean, I know we beat St Johnstone with it, but bless them, it's St Johnstone. Juventus are a completely different kettle of fish. So this is going to be the 11 that we're going to be sending out in a new 4-3-3 formation. Okonkwo is going to be starting in goal. He usually does for us in European games at the moment. Strap, Wu, Cisse and Curtis at the back 4. O'Donnell at the base of midfield in that defensive midfield role. Gabriel Sara and Enriquez in central midfield. Gabriel Sara, Fabio Mane, whichever one, they can both play in that role very effectively. Where is Fabio Mane, by the way? Is he not in the squad? Or am I just completely blind? Oh, right, there he is. I don't know why he's all the way down there for some reason. There we go. Just swap him around. I like to have certain players in a certain order. Mane being there is fine. He can come in most likely at some point during this match. Andre Green on the left wing, Banshiki on the right wing, Johnny Kenny is the man up front. I would actually have been starting Chris Hopkins instead of Andre Green on left wing, because Hopkins has finally shown up and is starting to show exactly what he's capable of. He's started a few more games in the league. He's been performing well recently. 7.3 average match rating. He's overtaken Jay Cooley on the left wing, let's just say that. But unfortunately, he is still unregistered for the Europa League phase, so he won't be available until at least if we get through to the knockout rounds, which is a bit of a shame. Samuelson is injured, as is Jesse Lingard, so which means we only really have Andre Green and Ross Stewart for the left wing, which is a bit of a concern. Vankin Costello is unregistered, as is, of course, Jay Cooley as well. I feel like Jay Cooley is going to get fed up of not getting any match time, because he's constantly just left out of the Northern Irish squad. And this is a guy who has 5 caps for Northern Ireland, the main Northern Ireland team, and he's just not getting any game time. Well, if he wants the game time, he's going to need to show me that he deserves it, because Chris Hopkins and Andre Green are way ahead of him at the moment. So he's going to have to show something when he does get the opportunity. Of course, he's not going to get an opportunity in this match, because why would he? Right, home match against Juventus in the Europa League. Let's just have a look at some of these Juventus players. Are we still going to recognise quite a few? Oh yeah, we are. Wow, well, they've got Nathan Ake in their squad. Interesting. But there's a few players from the Premier League, of course, and of course their main striker. Yeah, Yeah, this is a stronger Juventus team on paper, but we're not playing it on paper. Let's just see what we can do at home. We are on a positive mentality. Against St. Johnstone, I was attacking, but this is Juventus. How many times do I need to repeat that? We are playing Juventus, going attacking. It's probably a little bit suicidal when we're just starting out at home. Ball played forward by Lewis Strapp and Johnny Kenny. I thought he got taken out there. That should maybe have been a penalty. Oh, nice bit of pressure actually by Johnny Kenny, and it's resulted in Banchiki getting the ball back. And there, oh, Johnny Kenny almost scores. That was so close. It was blocked, to be fair, but that ball could have gone absolutely anywhere. Lewis Strapp with the corner, plays it in, and Banchiki handled the ball. He thinks he's Maradona all of a sudden. What we are looking for in this match is just to see how well we could get this tactic working. I mean, tiki-taka is something that the squad is absolutely still getting used to. That was poor. Okonkwo beaten at the near post. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're still looking for a goalkeeper of sufficient quality. I have been scouting, but unfortunately we don't have the money to bring in any goalkeeper who actually wants to come to us and who would improve on the keepers that we currently have. Yeah, Okonkwo actually did get a hand to that, but couldn't keep it out, which is a bit of a problem. But otherwise, anyone who we can loan in is just not any better than Vickers or Okonkwo at this stage. And look at the XG, by the way. We've actually performed a little bit better than Juve, but Juventus have taken their chance. Simple as that. We're underdogs, going to be real bad. No, you know what? I'm proud of everyone's efforts. Keep going. Yeah, go and improve in the second half. Just go and actually get some shots on target and actually put something in the back of their net. That's what I want to see. The whole point of switching to this tactic is not only to just control the play, but also to try and get the ball in the back of the net. And that was close, off the bar. I don't think the keeper didn't even bother jumping for that. He just assumed it was going to go over, but Kenny does indeed hit the bar. As right now, we're an hour into the game and nothing's really happened. You know what? Andre Green is going to be an inverted winger. Gabriel Sara has not exactly played well, has he? You know what? Let's just see if we can try and get him forward a bit more. Banchiki, he's our best player so far. O'Donnell is uninterested. What? Uninterested after what? Oh, after feedback. Okay, cool. Enriquez is looking a bit tired as well. Do you know what? We're not actually going to make any changes personnel-wise. We're just going to see if that change in role will just push the players a little bit as Okonkwo gathers up the ball. We might as well go attacking. We might as well see what we can do. 1-0 down at the moment, 65 minutes in. Let's just see, can we keep the ball and create a chance? And we just got a chance here. There is Kenny, and Kenny has scored his 11th goal of the season. Andre Green with the assist. He's slowly coming back to fitness, slowly getting back into games a bit more. And that's the Andre Green we know and love. Just Gabriel Sara playing it very short. That's all he needs to do. Johnny Kenny does the rest after a pass over the top by Andre Green. And it is 1-1 after 70 minutes. Lovely stuff. Tanadice hasn't seen the like. Oh my gosh. That was so close there by... Was that Wu? I think that was Wu with the header. Tanadice has not seen the likes in many a year. And my goodness. Weston McKennie. Is that Weston McKennie just literally walking right through our defence? Terrible. Right. 74 minutes in and a few players are getting tired now. Do I want to bring Cameron Good on after the last time? I mean, I don't want to bring Cameron Good. Don't want to bring Freeman on just yet either. I'll tell you what we are going to do actually. O'Donnell is going to swap with Enriquez. Enriquez can then swap with McAllister in defensive midfield. And Christopher Wu is going to come on for Sven Carrick. Let's just try Sven Carrick at centre-back again. I know he played there a couple of times at the start of the season. He hasn't since. He's been kind of a bit part player for left-back with Lewis Strapp. But then obviously Lewis Strapp can't play every single game. My goodness, that is so close. Just another set piece. Thankfully went awry for them. It's just throwing the clock for Juventus at the moment, it seems, as we are trying to get ourselves the ball back. Alan Saint-Maximin is playing for Juventus now. Come on, how much did you have to pay Newcastle for him? That's disappointing. Yes, we are still on attacking, but we might as well have just gone for it. It got us the equaliser, so I was completely justified. But that's disappointing. I think it's because Cisse is absolutely shattered, isn't it? How many subs have we made? We've only made 2. That's why. O'Donnell is going to go off. Mane will go on. It's probably a bit late now, isn't it? Ross Stewart is going to go on as well, and Kieran Freeman will come on for Sam Curtis at right back, because I don't even trust poor old Cameron Good at this point. It is a defeat, but there's positives to be had for the fact we actually out-XG'd Juventus. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to actually get used to this system, but it's bringing out some very good performances from Banjiki. Andre Green is benefiting on the left. He actually benefited from being an inverted winger. It will take time. I just hope we can now actually go and show how good it is against Ross County in the next game. Right, second match against Ross County. Before we do get into the game though, I just want to draw attention. I have been approached by another club. In fact, I've also done a job application as well for Bournemouth, because there are some jobs that are becoming available now. But we have been approached by the RC Lens board. I've done the job interview already. RC Lens, of course, are in Ligue 1 in France. They're currently sitting 16th, I think just outside like the relegation playoff spot they're in at the moment. But they're not supposed to be that bad. I had a look at the season preview, and they're currently supposed to be finishing around mid-table, sort of 10th place in the league, which isn't too bad. I mean, the fact that they're down in 16th suggests that they've just had a very, very poor run of form. In fact, if I just have a check, yeah, they've just had a poor run of form, but by the looks of it, their squad is apparently not too bad. So, done the interview. It's just a case of wait and see what the Lens board will come back with. But they are a step up from Dundee United, 3.5-star reputation with excellent training facilities, youth facilities, and secure finances. Also, their transfer budget decent. I think it's like £5 to £6 million, which for a start is not too bad. So secure finances. What are our finances, by the way? It's just okay. I think secure is a step above okay, which wouldn't be too bad. But we'll see what the board will come back with. And then we will decide if we are going to move over to France, because I would like to sample more of the leagues, but also I do want to actually step up, and going to Ligue 1 is actually a step up in leagues as well. Do well in Ligue 1, bigger jobs could potentially come my way. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But for now, the starting 11 is going to be Vickers in goal, a back four of Carrick, Cresswell, Wu and Good, with a midfield three of McAllister at the base of the midfield, Mane and Glass ahead of him. In fact, why is Enriquez? Oh, Enriquez is out with a small knock. Samuelson is still out for up to 2 weeks. Lingard still 2 weeks away. Beljo, I was hoping to actually play him in this match, but he just got himself injured for up to 4 weeks. In fact, what's he out with? Twisted ankle, right, he did that in training. Okay. Chris Hopkins, you will see on the left wing with Rankin Costello on the right wing, because, where is he? I think Banjiki is tired. Where is Banjiki? There he is. He's tired, but he's going to be on the bench. And Ross Stewart is up front. Do you remember him? When was the last time you saw Ross Stewart in an episode? It's been such a long time. I did offer him out in the summer, but nobody was willing to buy him. Played him actually in the last match against, who was it we faced? St Johnstone, not the Europa League match, but the game before. He actually played very well, scored a goal I think, and he set one up. So certainly he's still a decent player for this level, and hopefully he'll be able to show that again today. Chris Hopkins is the one I want to see actually have a good game as well, because I want to show you that he has been improving, and there's a reason that him and Andre Green are the left wingers now. So away at Ross County, we are still playing that tiki-taka formation. We just got to try and get used to it as much as we can. If any tweaks can be made in the meantime, then absolutely fine. We'll just be making that as we go along. First highlight, and it has just gone straight to Ross County off of a throw-in. The annoying part that I don't like about the match engine is the fact that your players will just run after the ball, but they won't actually tackle. Chris Hopkins has just proven me wrong. There you go. Defensive responsibility by Chris Hopkins. Well done by Carriage, stepping in very well there to intercept the ball. Woo, over to Mane, lovely touch, over to Stewart. Mane has made the run forward, as has Hopkins. Holds up the ball very nicely. Carriage, into Mane, play it into the middle. There is Hopkins, Stewart. Oh, off the post. It was beautiful football, but it is just off the post. Very, very nice. Best football that we've played in a while. Certainly this season so far. We've been struggling so much in front of goal. It's actually been frustrating to watch. We do dominate games, unless you're the likes of Celtic or Hibernian. And then, actually, Hibernian we still were better than. We out-XG'd them, but we still lost to them. But that was because of a couple of mistakes, as Chris Hopkins sloppily gives the ball away on the left wing. But again, that's the whole point of just changing up the tactic, just to try and see if we can get the ball in the back of the net a few more times, because defensively, we're still nowhere near solid enough. So we have to go out and try and score more goals than the opposition, which is easier said than done when you're struggling in front of goal. Rankin Costello, good. Oh, beautiful ball in, and Mane. Oh, the shot was blocked, but Mane on the end of that. But he gets us a corner. Glass to take. Lewis Strapp is not on the pitch, of course. Plays it over to the back, but it is cleared out once again, and the highlight ends. By the way, I am showing some faith in Cameron Good. Oh my god, Cameron Good is my captain. What? Who authorised that? Because that certainly wasn't me. We make it to half time. It is 0-0. Oh god, Ross County just have not showed up in this game. We should be out of sight, out of mind. Need you to step up, boys. Come on. Step up. Johnny Kenny is on the bench, by the way. He is waiting in the wings just in case we need him, as is Andre Green, Banjiki, Gabriel Sara. You get the picture. The players that we have on the pitch right now should be more than good enough to get the job done. There is Rankin Costello. Oh, what a... what a wild shot that was. That was ridiculous. Right, just over an hour gone. We need to make some changes. Fabio Mane is going to go off for Gabriel Sara. Ross Stewart is going to come off for Johnny Kenny. We do have Rangers coming up in a few days after this, so I've got that in mind as well. And I think that's the only changes we're going to make for the moment. Despite everything, Cameron Good is supposedly having a good game, so touch wood. That continues. As I'm just encouraging the lads just to get a move on now, because we need to be moving a little bit faster than what we're doing at the moment. As currently 70 odd minutes gone, and nothing is actually happening, is it? O'Donnell is going to go on for Declan Glass. I don't know why O'Donnell didn't start, actually. I honestly don't know. And I tell you what, Andre Green is actually going to come on for Hopkins. Hopkins, he's not had the greatest game today, but he's been okay at best. Certainly defensively he's been okay, but yeah, he's just not been at it in attacking wise. Come on, boys. Have we got at least one chance in us? Alright, we get a highlight here. From a free kick, McAllister playing it forward, and it's just a sloppy pass. Very, very sloppy. We don't have that many players who are completely good at passes. And at this point, the Lons job is looking very attractive, because we need players who are actually better. Oh, what the heck? Cresswell did win the ball, but the ball just bounced straight back over to a Ross County player, and they're still coming at us here. O'Donnell. Oh, God, yeah, that was he managed to win the ball, and I think get us a throw-in, but yet again, we are just not looking... Is that as high as I can go, engagement-wise? We're just going to have to go up here. We may as well just absolutely go for it, because a draw... It's just straight up not good enough. It is straight up not good enough. Green. Carriage. Plays the ball over to Kenny. But unfortunately, Kenny couldn't quite get to it. But Andre Green down the left-hand side. We just need one chance. Sara. Pass. Pass it. Oh, create space for you. Oh my god. What is with the passing in this game? I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. McAllister does very well to win the ball there. O'Donnell, beautiful pass. Oh, into Kenny. Shoots, scores. It is 1-0. 88 minutes, and that's more out of relief. Gabriel Sara with a beautiful through ball. I mean, ironically, the one good ball was O'Donnell here. Look at that. He can actually pass it long range. Gabriel Sara saw the space, slotted it through to Kenny, and Kenny into the back of the net. Absolutely fantastic, and that's more out of absolute sheer relief. Right, just drop the lines a little bit. Let's not go too mad, as we are just going to waste down a little bit of time now. See it out. I know it's not pretty. It's a 1-0 lead at the moment over Ross County side, who are currently sitting actually in mid-table, but it does get us further away from the midfield pack. Yeah, not pretty. We're still getting used to the formation, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's good to get a result when we haven't played as well as we can. We should have blown away Ross County there, to be honest. Celtic lost to Aberdeen 2-0. That's actually amazing. I think that's Celtic have started losing a couple of games this season. Hibernian smashed Livingston. That's the sort of thing we need to be doing. Smashing teams lower than us in the league table. But it does keep us within 3 points of top spot. And we've got Rangers come up in the next game. But we're not going to be coming back for that. It's too soon. And I would like to get a few games under our belt before we come back for the next episode. So we'll get a load of games done, probably come back around sort of December time. We've got a lot of games. 8 games in December alone. So we'll probably come back somewhere in this run of games. Or we come back earlier if we manage to get the RC Lons job. I'll let you know how it goes. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. I appreciate all the support you've been giving this series. Thank you all so much again. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.